Welcome to the Activity Call Live. Now, let's hear it for our special guest host, Mike Hartlieb.
Lions family, good morning. Let's go, baby. It's Friday. Time to put a wiggle in the jiggle. We got I'm pretty excited about the call today. Honored that we were asked to get on. Got some studs and studettes coming on. First of all, I want to give a little recognition to some people. You saw that preview for Alaska? Well, 3 more people have qualified. We've got Jimmy Leo, Brantley Dunn, and Valerie T. Who's Valerie T? Do I know who Valerie T is? I'm not sure who that is. But they're going with us to Alaska, to Juneau, baby, you know. And there's still plenty of time to qualify for the trip. Plenty of time. So let's... oh, by the way, we got Breakthrough coming up next week, too. And if you have not, it's Valerie Taylor. Thank you, Tia. Thank you. Breakthrough's coming up next week. Make sure you register for Breakthrough. Get your stuff assigned and get your ticket. And also get registered to go through the Drive Shack, the social event. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to go. That's where the secrets are given out. You know what I mean? You know, right now we're just telling you the good stuff, but the secrets, the real good stuff, is going to be at the Drive Shack. So register to go to that. Anyhow, I've got these studs and studette on the call, and what we're going to talk about today is two things. This is called an activity call, right? So I'm going to talk about 1, the activity, and B, the why. Okay. First of all, before I bring on the first guest, Andy Albright has spelled it out in The Millionaire Maker, the power of activity. We can teach talent, okay? And I understand that some people aren't as successful as they want to be because of talent. Don't let a lack of activity allow that success that you didn't get or what you want. Don't let a lack of activity create that problem. You could control that. Andy says in the book, right here, The Power of Activity. I even highlighted it a while ago. And I would tell you with 100% certainty that the only way that things are going to happen is with you doing it. We can help you with your talent. We were doing that last night at the hotspot. This guy's got a lot of activity and he wants to get better. And we worked with him for about an hour. This is going to be one of our top producers. I'm very convinced of it. But yeah, let me bring on the first person. Let me bring on Michelle Colin. Michelle, are you there, buddy?
I'm here, Mike.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. I know this is like a run day for you. So how'd you like last night, by the way?
It's an art. This would be the 3rd time that I've seen it done. It's just the way that Andy Riddle is like dropping the rope for us, really just simplifying the process, getting low with everybody, kind of meeting them where they're at. And it's just, I'm mind blown every time of what I thought somebody needed as to what he sees. And I think Rick got 100% better, like night and day within that hour. So I'm like, man, you give it another go, Rick, you're going to be unstoppable.
What did we talk about last night?
Last night we mostly focused on small talk. And I think, whether you're a veteran in this business or whether you're brand new, whether you're even licensed, I think you need small talk. And I think if you don't know how to small talk, you're going to have trouble in this business. You're going to have trouble building a team. You're going to have trouble, connecting with people. You're going to have trouble selling, And it's the thing that's most overlooked and the thing that most people think that they're good at. And it's just so funny. It's so funny because if you would have asked me when I came in, I probably would have said, yeah, I'm good at it too. And so last night, that was just mostly what we talked about. Andy Rowe and I went to Atlanta last week and focused on small talk. And just from then, people got better. Then we come back, bring it here in the office yesterday, people got better. And last night at the meeting, it's mind blowing how simple it is, how these little tweaks, but it's going to make a world of difference in their bank accounts and in their life for sure.
That's the talent part that we can help people with. The activity part, all we can do is encourage you to help you get what you want. So now, Michelle, you found a new person, and Kaya, and where's Kaya out of? Put Kaya on.
Kaya is out of Houston, Texas.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Hey Kaya, how are you, buddy?
How you doing?
Fired up to be alive, brother. How about you?
Doing great.
Were you trying to cover your face with your thumb?
No, I was trying to unmute myself.
Well, I hear you fine.
Okay. All right.
Hey, how's things out there in Houston now?
I was doing great. It's doing great. You know.
So, Michelle, I'm going to ask you a question. When you found Kaya, how often do you find a Kaya?
Oh man, I don't know. That was tough. I probably went through maybe about 60 people before I talked to Kaya.
So you were talking to a lot of people.
Yeah. Let me just give a shout out really quick to President's Club. Freaking amazing system. If you don't have President's Club, plug in. Especially if you're writing, I think 20,000 is the minimum. If you write 20,000, your membership is free, basically. Because you pay, but they give it back. And I was doing the President's Club interviews where they book them for you, $15 per licensed person, and they just fill your schedule. So I was doing 22 of those every Friday, and I probably talked to Kaya on my third or fourth week doing that.
Okay. So you talked to quite a few people to find a Kaya.
Yes.
Okay, and so high activity.
High activity.
Okay. Kaya, let me ask you this question, buddy. She's been bragging on you a lot, just so you know. What did Michelle say to you that got your attention?
Well, I had got a call from this one guy, I guess the recruiter, to connect me to her. He said he would call and he was telling me that I want to make an extra $75,000 a year. I said, yes. And then I finally got into it. Got in contact with her. She got in contact with me, and we sat down and talked. And, it's just her overall energy. I could tell she was a go-getter. She was telling me about how much money I can make and doing it part-time or full-time. Part-time, she said I can make $75,000 if I really push myself, like $75,000 part-time. So I'm gonna make more than that because I'm gonna go full time. So she just gave a great presentation. I could tell that she was very strategic about what she do, and she was one of the top. And I want to be one of the top too. I'm a go getter. Ever since I was little, I was always a perfectionist. I always want to be better. Then I joined the Marine Corps, and they just perfected it. The company I work for right now, I'm one of the top producers. But I just feel like I'm not as appreciated, so I want to branch out and do my own thing. And that just fuel to my fire when somebody undermine me. So I just want to get in here and just kill it. I want to be the top. I heard one guy say he wanted to make $1 million a year. $1 million a month. I want to be that guy. That's what I want to do.
Whoa, bro, put a wiggle in the jiggle. Let's go, man. I'm on your side.
Yeah, let's go.
So you were in the military?
Yes, sir.
How many years?
5.
What branch?
Sir. The Marine Corps.
Thanks for keeping the bad guys away, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
You miss it at all?
Yeah. But, I just still keep my military mindset when I'm out here, be the best in everything I can do. That's what I'm struggling to do.
Most people I talk to that are in the military anymore, what they miss is the camaraderie. Is that a true statement?
Oh yes, that is very true. And I still try to keep that amongst the people I work with out here, are good people. I'm big on that. I'm big on camaraderie. In the Marine Corps, we work hard, we play hard. So I'm always striving for that, you know. So even though I be pushing my team to do hard work and we get it and we accomplish our goals, I'm also want to be in Vegas with them when it's time to chill and turn up.
Well, Michelle's right. You can do that part-time, the $75,000. I'll give you a little secret because she probably wouldn't say it. When Michelle was doing this part-time, she was working at FedEx full-time. And her first full year of doing this part-time, she made $93,000.
That's a lot. Part-time.
She ain't working at FedEx.
Full-time.
I know that's right. She ain't working at FedEx no more, trust me.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
So, Michelle, when you were talking with Kyra here, I like him. What attracted you most to him?
So one, energy is always awesome, but I think as you get through it, as you guys are recruiting and stuff, now you're looking for people who win, who've had success in the past, who have success what they're currently doing. Because most of the time, if you've won there, you're gonna win here. Odds are, you know. And then so I'm talking to Kai, and he, you know, he's humbly saying he does a lot on the health side, and he's doing very, very well at it, making over $100,000 a year. And what I talked to him about that I think hit him was when I was talking about passive income and like, you know, what he'd be able to do. And you know, Kaya, he has a fiance, Claudia, and he has a baby girl on the way. And when we're just talking about the empire he can build for them and like that kind of legacy he can leave on his family, I think that's when it like opened up of like as to what he saw he could be capable of, you know, what he could have in his hands. And I just would love to help him be a part of that process. So I don't think I did anything kind of special. I just think I found him, and I'm just going to try to put him in the right direction with the right people and just help him get what he wants to get.
That's good. You know, Kyra, let me tell you this about Michelle, okay? She has learned the one thing that Andy Albright has talked a lot about, master the mundane. She has mastered the mundane. What does that mean? That means even though she doesn't feel like always doing it, she still does it. She'll call, she'll dial. Her activity level is here, okay? And because her activity level is high, her talent level got higher too, quicker, more quicker. So if you listen to Michelle, and even though what she may say may not make sense, trust what she's saying. Because she's not going to lead you astray. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. She makes sense anyway. I don't have no problem with what she's saying.
No. Good. Because what I'm going to repeat this a lot during this call. We can teach talent. I can't teach you to have activity. I can tell you to have it. That's a you thing. It's a talent part is a us thing. You know what I mean? So focus on that activity, brother, and you'll get what you want. How long have you been licensed now?
About a year.
Yeah? What got you in the insurance business? This is not like one of the sexiest careers in the world.
One of my good friends in Dallas, we was working at this production plant, and we was working like 7 days, 12, 13 hours a day. And the machine broke down early. And we both was like, yeah, we finally get to have some bro time. We gonna finna go to Chili's, have some drinks. He said, I ain't gonna let my girlfriend know I'm off. I said, I ain't gonna let mine know I'm off. Let's just go chill. And as we walking into the Chili's, his family called him and told him they got a new stream of business doing the insurance, and told him how much money he would make. You know, I sort of heard what he said, but you know, I never doubted it, but I ain't fully believe it because I didn't see anything. And he said, I'm gonna make $50,000 in 3 months. I'm coming back, buy a house, propose to my girl, buy a Mercedes. Well, I pulled up on him in 4 months, and he was in the house. 2 weeks later, he bought a Mercedes. I saw him buy a ring for his girl. I don't know if he proposed to her yet or not. But hey, I was like, man, I'm sold. When do I start? You know, he said, man, just go get your license. So I had went and got my license. It was around COVID. I passed the test on the first try. And I was like, yeah, all excited. We said, hey man, you got to come down to this convention down in Houston, and you're already coming down in September. But you come down here, get in good with everybody, and get a feel for them, and get in good with the family. I went down there and fit in like a piece of the puzzle. Well, one thing about me, I had a minor setback for a major comeback. They denied me getting my license in the beginning because I didn't tell them about I had a little incident in the Marine Corps where I got into a fight with another Marine, and I figured like because it was so long ago, like 22 years ago, I didn't have to report that. Well, they denied me, and then I had to get a lawyer for 2 years to get my license, and I just got approved for my license last summer. So, yeah, yes sir, been doing it ever since. Just working with the company on the street team, just getting leads, generating leads that helped me become a better agent, in the Marine Corps, the privates and the PLCs, I always did the hard work. So when I was doing the grant work, getting the leads and stuff, because I couldn't write until I got my license, hey, it only made me a better agent. Everything that life throws me, I try to make a lesson out of it, even though it's good or bad. I always try to find something good and make a lesson out of it and perfect it to be better.
I see why Michelle likes you now.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Your setbacks and your comebacks just make for a better story, brother.
That right?
Yes, sir. There you go.
It really does. It makes for a better. And let me tell you, in today's world, we need some better stories.
Yes, we do.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I definitely got one. I'm pretty sure some other people have some too.
Well, you just keep doing what Michelle tells you to do. Michelle, I like this guy.
He's incredible, right?
Has he been in the field now? With us?
So what he's doing, guys, he's actually serving like on a really, really cool level. Because like right now, a lot of the health insurance, he's in the field a lot, and so it takes a lot of his time. It's his full-time gig. But what's happening is like, out of the 100 people he's talking to, about 15 of them are already asking him if he could help them with the life insurance. He was already getting that question, but he just didn't really know how to expand into doing that. So now he's just added this to his belt. So he's kind of just helping them on the health side and then scheduling the time to go back and help them on the life side. So that's really, really dope. Working his warm market too. And I think what's awesome is like Houston's blowing up like crazy. You see the big trainings and stuff. And Kaya, without ever meeting me, which is so awesome. Like we talked on a couple of Zooms and FaceTimes and things like that. We still have yet to connect in person, but he was brave enough to go to the big training that was on the 13th in Houston. And I think that really helped him too, because you're talking about all-stars, so, that's Brendan Mann, and that's Spencer, that's Mike Guerra, like his mind was blown. I think going there, tapping into that allowed him to kick into another gear, turning back on and helping his clients. And now he's even wanting to build a team. So it's really, really dope.
Having your own agency is sexy, Kaya.
Yes, sir. For real.
That'll help you get what you want.
That's what I want.
Your why is going to help you do your mundane things. Your why is going to be the thing that helps you do the activity. Activity is the key to this whole business. This call is called the activity call. Why is it called the activity call? We should be talking more about activity. And that's why I asked Michelle, how much did you have to talk to a lot of people? Well, yeah, you got to talk to a lot of people. Is there another Kaya out there, Kaya?
Oh no, I think I'm a one of one, but I'm seeing another. I'm seeing. I think I got another go-getter that's coming on. I just got her on. She's very. I got a couple of people on. But, I just see the energy. It's like my second day she started with us. And then I just worked with her in the field the other day, and I can just tell the energy is there. And Michelle met her last night, but not even seeing her. And Michelle said, "Yeah, I got a good feeling about it."
She's a rock star.
She's rocket. I just see things, and that's one of the things and talents I have. I can see things in people that nobody else will see, or I could just see something. I could just see it. She's gonna be great.
You know what's cool about that, Kaya? Association's key. So go-getters normally hang around go-getters.
Yeah.
Lazy people hang around lazy people. It works both ways. So association's critical, baby. So that's why I love hanging around Michelle and Brian and Stephanie and these other leaders, because their activity inspires other people to have activity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You just keep listening to Michelle. Michelle, anything else you want to add to this Kaya guy? I like him.
No, I mean, he's fantastic. I'm so excited. We're gonna blow it up, man. Listen, just watch out.
Kaya, you got any questions for us? You're only being seen across the country right now. The whole world's watching you on your car.
Hey, I know. I'm sorry about that. Yes, I mean, my fiance had an ultrasound this morning, and I didn't want to miss it to go with her.
What's her name?
So, Claudia Velasquez.
Claudia
Williams. Yeah, Claudia.
Hello.
All right. I like it. When's the happy day?
The birthday is going to be December 5th. That's when the baby's born.
How about when you're going to make it official? Put a ring on it.
I already put a ring on her. I just ain't married her yet. I proposed to her last Friday on my birthday. So I had a big day.
Shut the front door. Last Friday?
Yeah, last Friday was my birthday, gender reveal, and I proposed to her.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Good job, brother. You got a lot going on.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
I like it. Well, man, we believe in you. And Michelle was right about your energy. I love your energy. Just remember this. Michelle can help you with talent, but you have to help yourself with activity.
Oh, yeah.
Don't allow activity to slow you down or not get what you want, because you're in control of that. Okay? All right, man. Proud of you. Nice meeting you.
Sir,
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brian Rojas, where are you? I like this guy.
What's up, Mike?
What do you say, brother?
How are you, man?
Fired up to be alive, man.
Good.
What's cooking with you?
Just running appointments today. Came in and ready for this activity. We're super excited, man. Crazy things are happening in our organization, and there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of movement, and we're just extremely excited right now, man.
All right. Well, introduce the world to your guest that you have on this call today.
Sure, guys. Hey, world. Hey, Alliance Nation. So my name is Brian Rojas. I hail from Tampa, Florida. And today we have James Ward out of Tampa, Florida as well. James, why don't you just pop in here and say what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for the invite, Brian, Big Mike. Look forward to talking with everyone.
Good. Brian, how did you find James?
So I call him through the state license list, just talking to people. I had my assistant book some appointments for us, and James was just one of the guys that just actually answered the phone, and we started chatting.
So when you say, so you make a lot of phone calls to talk to somebody like a James?
Yeah, for sure. Like it was just, I got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like our worlds aligned at the exact same time. You know what I'm saying? Like I called him, he answered. You know how many people we call that don't answer? You know what I mean? It's kind of like a lead. You know, how many leads do you call before you get an appointment? It's
right. Almost
the same thing. You know, just luck of the draw.
Well, you know, some people might call it luck. You've just increased your odds with the amount of calls you made.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your annuities. The reason why you're good at annuities because you run more appointments than other people, and so you find more annuities.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so James, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What did Brian Rojas tell you or talk to you about that got your attention?
So I was actually working at another company. I'd only been there licensed for like 2.5 weeks, but I was just cold calling the T65 list. And
what the hell is that?
People that are just a list of everybody in Hillsborough County that's turning 65 for Medicare. Just cold calling people for 3 weeks, and I get a phone call from Brian. He's like, first thing I asked was like, do you have actual warm leads? It's not just a list of random people. And he said, yeah. You text one of them over that was blacked out. I saw it and I was like, All right, I'm walking out of this office right now. Give me a call in 30 minutes when I'm home.
So the lead got your attention.
Yes, it did.
Because he called you at the right time because you were cold calling and being hung up on or swore at or whatever the hell it is that happens with, what you call it, a T65?
Yep, the turning 65 list.
Christ. I'm not on that list, am I?
You're past that
I don't
list,
have
Mike.
access to it anymore.
Easy, Tiger. Easy, Tiger. Ay. So, James, what is it that you see with us, now that you hung around with us a little bit, that you see that really inspires you a little bit more?
Man, just the culture, the energy, the help from the upline. Everybody is so willing to help. You know, from Andy Riddle coming and sitting with us yesterday for like 3 hours in the office, then getting to spend a couple hours with him last night. Big Mike has been helpful to me. Brian, Michelle, everybody's willing to help, and you know they aren't taking half your commission to do it. They're really just wanting to help and see you succeed.
Good. Brian, what do you think? No, let me go to James first. James, what did you do prior to doing the insurance gig completely?
I was a real estate broker. I was a parcel owner in a company up in the Indiana area. Well, by Indiana, we had 6 offices throughout Indiana.
So you were an agent, a real estate broker?
I was a broker. I did commercial real estate, kind of on the side. I would only do 5 or 6 deals a year. I spent a lot of time answering questions for agents, making sure we didn't get sued.
Wow. All right. And when you moved, what made you decide to go after insurance after you had a successful real estate venture?
I had a lot of friends that were in insurance, and then as part of the brokerage, we also opened up a property and casualty shop called True Insurance, and just kind of seeing those checks that the people were getting, how they were able to build teams and grow, got me interested in the insurance agency when I moved down here.
So your office was also recruiting people and getting them involved in the business as well.
Yeah, that was my main function as a real estate broker. We grew out a brokerage I came on when it was a team of about 36 agents, and we grew it out to just under 300.
You went from 36 to 300?
In 2 years, yeah.
So that's basically like, we'll call it 10X. How's that? It's not quite 10X, but it's pretty damn sexy.
Pretty close.
Do you think you could do that same thing here?
I think it'd be easier to do here because there's the foundation. I mean, I think Andy and Jane made a great company, great foundation. I think it would be a lot easier and more sustainable here than it was in real estate.
Interesting. I like it. Brian, you did find a good one. And when you said that you got lucky, let me tell you this, bro. I believe that you make your own luck. That's just me. And the only reason that you got lucky is because you made a lot of calls. And here's one thing about Brian Rojas a lot. See, everybody thinks Michelle and Brian and Stephanie, they came over here with no problems, okay? And that they already had the sprinkler, somebody put fairy dust on them and they were good, okay? There's one thing about Rojas. He's a grinder. He was never afraid to work. Never afraid to work. I've seen that guy make phone calls, like 300, 400 calls in a day. It'd be a Saturday, and when we were working at my home office, he'd be still there at 8:30 at night dialing. He's the only one there. He's a beast. So, you get beast-like results, you got to do beast-like activity. Rojas is one of the beasts. So, Brian, I know that you still do beast-like activity. And do you keep track of how many calls you make for recruiting?
I do keep track of how many calls I make for recruiting.
So a ballpark, tell the world how many people you talk to a week.
I think I talk to about 13 people a week, 13 to 15 people a week.
Okay.
As far as recruiting goes.
Okay. And so you physically talk to those 15?
Physically talk to. Those are not appointments, but I'm talking about talk to people.
Okay. And of the 15 of that 15, how many dials did it actually take you to talk to? Because it's like a lead, I think you said in the beginning.
Yes. So my assistant actually does all the dialing. She actually calls the list. So I don't keep track of that part per se. She keeps track of that. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but she does keep track of the dials that she makes to get a person on the phone and get her on my schedule.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I don't have that specific number in front of me, but I know we do keep that in track.
Good.
So, but I know that we do talk to about 13 to 15 people a week.
And then of the 13, how often do you find a James Ward?
Oh man, not often. I mean, I talked to James, right? And in the beginning, it's kind of like, Mike, the best way I can explain it, like, it's the way you explain it. You came in for the $500, but you stayed because of the people, because of the culture. With James, it was like we clicked because he was in need. But as we got to know each other, we were like, this is a guy that is sharp. I mean, the more you get to know James, you'll find that I got luckier. You know what I'm saying? Like he fits so many, like he fits a mold of like the type of guy I want to build a business with. But the thing is, I didn't go out searching for him, nor was he searching for me. We just got lucky. And by the way, let me define lucky, right? For me, luck is when opportunity meets preparation. You know what I'm saying? There was an opportunity there, and I was prepared. James, there was an opportunity for James, and he was willing, ready, and able. You know, some people call it blessed. I don't care what you call it. It's just the stars aligned. You know what I'm saying? And how about this? It was a God thing. It was a divine appointment. You know, and so it's like, so to come across a James, man, like I never have to beg James to work. I don't have to beg James to invest in leads. I don't have to beg James to recruit. So when you ask me, like, how often do I come across a James? Like, not never. Like, I don't know the answer to that, you know? It's like James wants to do what James is going to do. And what James wants to do is get out the rat race, get rich, you know what I'm saying? Get hog stinking nasty rich. And so, like, Mike, the answer to your question is like, do more so you can find more like him. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the best explanation that I have for you.
Right. Yeah, you know, let me tell you, I've learned something from Andy Albright.
Yeah.
And, well, I learned a lot from Andy Albright. Let me rephrase that. But the one thing that sticks out to me is people either are running to something or they're running away from something.
Yeah.
Our job is to figure out what people are trying to do. Are they trying to run away from being broke, or are they trying to run to getting rich? Which one is it? Because that's the thing that they're going to follow the most. That's what people are going to follow. It's simple when you think about it. It's like it's not any more complicated than that. So if people are trying to run away from something, their activity, that's what I'm going to talk about. So their activity level will get them away from it. If they want to run towards something, it's their activity level that's going to get them. Don't let a lack of activity allow you not to get what you want. Brian Rojas is very good at giving talent. Andy Riddle was phenomenal last night. What did you learn last night, James?
Just really getting in and, like, don't pick holes. You want to really take that auger and drill your post down straight as soon as you find that one thing that's most important to people that they love the most.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, and then I've heard everybody talk about small talk, and what I heard in the past was they all said they were good at small talk, but what turned out to be their small talk was 2 minutes. Well, what the hell is 2 minutes? You're supposed to have small talk is supposed to be 10 to 15 minutes, so they like to trust you. So We can teach the talent. I gotta stress that to people. Don't let your activity be the reason why you didn't get what you want.
That's huge, man. That is so big.
I mean, it's right here in this book. It's in this book. And all we got to do, if we pick up and read the book, guess what you'll find out? You'll find out that activity is more important than talent. Woo.
Fire.
Yeah. Just master the mundane. That's why the why is more important, because people, there's nothing sexy about dialing a telephone, right? Do you look forward to dialing a telephone, booking appointments, Rojas?
Do I look bored?
Yeah.
I don't feel bored. I don't act bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's boring, but I have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just crack jokes.
We make a game of it.
Pretty much at this point. You know what I mean? Like, in the beginning, it was like, oh my God, why do people keep hanging up on me? But it's like, then you realize that it's you, because you haven't developed the mastery of a phone script, right? And so when you start like putting yourself in a path to mastery, it's like you develop the confidence through repetition of doing your phone script. Now you have complete confidence and complete control. And now you have literally you can book an appointment. So you just have fun with it, it's just a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different. So yeah, I have fun. And so when people hear me get hung up on, it's that we do that, Mike. We just start cracking up. We might curse or something.
We all do. Every one of us do.
So we just have fun at this point, honestly.
Good. I like it because, James shows up.
He does.
I mean, showing up for work is the easy thing, right?
Yeah.
Don't not showing up for work be the reason why you didn't succeed. Andy spells that out in this book too. If you're not good at what you do, just show up. You'll get better. And what do you think, James?
I mean, yeah, I don't mind making phone calls. I've done it a lot before. This is a lot better than cold calling a list. This way they hang up on you. Well, T65, or even I used to circle down neighborhoods when I was actively selling real estate, where hey, you ever think about getting the value to your house? And then before that, I was a Navy recruiter, and we had to, if we didn't make our numbers, we had to cold call the list that we got from public schools. And those lists that we got from public schools was the parents of the seniors. It wasn't the phone numbers to the kids. It was the parents. And that was the worst cold calling I ever did. You want to get cussed at, you call and say you're a military recruiter calling and asking to talk to their senior. And then they say, why do you have my list?
You're a recruiting machine.
I've done a lot of recruiting, yeah.
You understand that you do that same talent that you have now here, you'd be free.
You make a lot of money.
Well, free. How's free sound?
Free sounds good. That's what money buys, right? Money is time.
Money is time. Money is time. Everybody thinks money solves all their problems. Probably about 99% of your problems will be solved by money. That will go that way there. Then you'll have 1%. You put 100% into that 1% to fix that one problem.
Mm-hmm.
So you were how long were you in the Navy?
When I was in the Navy for 1 month shy of 9 years.
Shut the front door.
Yep.
Thanks for keeping the bad guys away. Now, were you on ships too, or what?
I did 2 deployments on a ship and 1 deployment in country. Yeah. And then I came back, went to recruiting in Indiana.
Is that where you're from, Indiana?
No, I'm from Michigan. That was as close as I could get to my hometown. About 2.5, 3 hours away.
Good. You ever get up there anymore or no?
Yeah, I try and make it up there. I have 3 kids, so I try and make it up there, every couple months, and as much as I can, bring them down here whenever I can.
How old are the kids now?
14, 13, and 9.
Wow. Well, you were a busy guy for those few years.
Oh yeah.
Take a vacation now. Rest. Easy, Tiger. Easy. Ryan, is there anything else that you think that you want to talk that add value about James?
So, no, I'm so proud of like just our team, like Michelle and I's team, like what we're building in our within our culture, within our team. We're bringing in some sharp people, even like Kaya. You know what I'm saying? Like get like Michelle talking with Kaya, and then Michelle talks to me about like other people in Texas and Atlanta, and it's just like I love seeing Michelle grow because she deserves the growth, right? But like through Michelle, now I'm getting to meet Kaya, and it's dope. Like I love how we're like at this point we're starting to do this, Mike. We're starting to recruit at our level and above. And that's our mindset, recruiting at our level and above, And it's like, it's funny how we bump into somebody like Kaya, somebody like James. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
And like in our eyes, these are diamonds. And here's the thing, like, don't be surprised if their names start popping up in the leaderboards. Like, don't be surprised if they start taking over. Because we're already speaking this into existence and we're breeding this within our culture. And so what they're going to hear is takeover. What they're going to hear is winning. What they're going to hear is results. So their minds is now going, like, they've already been successful. We didn't make them. So we know that now that they come into this industry, they're just going to blow up. They're going to take over like they've always taken over. A winner is a winner is a winner. You know what I'm saying? And again, it goes back to being lucky. We made a call. We picked up the phone, we took some time, and we just chatted with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I didn't make James. I had nothing to do with 9 years of military. I had nothing to do with that real estate calling. I had nothing to do with his prior success. I'm just a beggar showing another beggar where to find the bread.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Michelle is just a person that made a call to Kaya that just built a relationship. She did not make Kaya. I did not make James. You know what I'm saying? She found a winner.
You know what you said that kind of hit me a little bit was that he's picking up on the culture. He loves the culture. You know why he loves the culture? Why he's picking up on it? Because he shows up to damn work all the time.
Yeah.
You're not going to find the culture by sitting at home. You're not going to find the culture by not getting on these calls. You're not going to find the culture by not going to the hot spots or not going to Breakthrough or not going to the conferences. How the hell are you going to... The only culture you're going to find is the same culture you've had all your life. So, by the way, see this right here? Something's got to change. Because if nothing changes, nothing's going to change. Yeah. Colin's probably saying, I can't believe you pointed at that. Yeah, I did.
So it's crazy, Mike, because it trickles down from our leadership. Like
Andy Riddle.
Like even Andy Albright and Jane Albright, man, the amount of time that they just pour in, like at this point where they're at in their life, they have amazing leaders like Andy Riddle. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to, it's what I'm trying to say, but they still do. Like, why? So, for example, yesterday, Andy Riddle was running circles all over me mentally, physically. Like the guy came here at 1:30, literally from a 3-hour drive from Jacksonville, from 1 o'clock to like 4:30, 5 o'clock, did just training, and he just didn't stop. Like everybody was getting up, like he just didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? And it blew my mind. I figured he'd be tired. Bro, he gets dressed up, does the hot spot, shows the opportunity, and then goes on and do some training for another 3-4 hours. Then he gets on a night owl and just does even more training. I'm like, yo, like, I was done last night. It was like 1-2 o'clock at night. I was delirious. And
I talked to Riddle this morning, and I think he was just about ready to leave. I said, "What time did you leave?" He goes, "I don't know." You know, he doesn't pay attention. He doesn't do this.
So, bro, it's like the guy loves winning. The guy loves results. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we see that, we get around that, Michelle and I and you, and it's like, well, he's showing us a standard. You know what I mean? Like, the guy lives by, like, Andy Riddle lives by standards, man. He just does. And what he loves is results. But it's crazy how he, like James, like how he got so low with us yesterday. And like all 8 hours or 10 hours that he did was on one thing. It's learning how to connect with people. Like, he would not let it go. And you think people hear it and hear it and hear it, and you think it might click with people, and it just, after 10 hours, you think it still click. And he said, it's still not enough. We got to do it like 10 more times. I'm like, holy shit, top of the month.
Exactly.
But like, this is how you get somebody good. I learned the lesson. It's like, okay, repetition. Got it. Keep doing this. Got it. Keep messing up. Got it.
Just about when you get tired of saying it, they might get a hint of it.
Yeah. Blew my mind yesterday.
Good.
I was mind blown.
Basics. That's all he's talking about. Andy Albright. That's all he's talking about here. Basics. If you don't pick up the phone, it ain't gonna work. I don't care how good you are. Talent alone ain't gonna work. Activity's gonna work.
Yeah.
I feel like dialing now.
Oh, easy.
Easy, Tiger. Easy, Tiger. Easy. So, you guys running appointments today? You, James, you running appointments today?
Yes, I am. I'm down in Riverview running some appointments.
All right. And Rojas, what do you got going on today?
I'm running some appointments and doing some interviews today as well.
All right. Well, you guys want to add anything to this call? I'll wrap it up so we can get back to some activity. This is an activity call. Let's do activity.
Yeah, I'll say something. I got a message from like one of the guys that I listen to, and I want to read this to you guys real quick. So he said, history is written by people who do, nobody else. You can try and show up, try your hardest. You can have the best intentions. You can even become pretty good, but unless you produce results and win, your legacy will be non-existent. It always has been this way, and it always will be this way. History is written by people that do.
Pretty simple, really.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. Hey, Michelle wants to say something. Put Michelle back on.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I would say, like, just piggybacking off of what Brian is saying, I think a lot of people think activity is just the dialing and just the running appointments. And I think you're just missing it. Activity is getting around your leaders. Activity is plugging into the calls. Activity is calling your leaders. Activity is reading. Activity is listening. It's not just the appointments. And I think if you just keep running the appointments the way you're doing with missing the other stuff, you're never going to get out of that rotation. You're never going to grow. So what Brian is saying about it's doing it all simultaneously. And I think that's really going to help everybody win.
You're right. Michelle, let me ask you this question. How long have you been doing insurance now?
About 3.5 years.
What did you know about insurance prior to that?
Nothing.
How'd you get better?
I hung around.
You showed up for work.
Showed up, yeah.
Andy Albright's 100% right when he says showing up is half the battle. You got to know why you want to show up, though. Was showing up always easy?
No.
It was never easy for you, I remember.
Yeah.
Because we had the bridge. We had the bridge.
That bridge sucked. That bridge sucks, Mike. Brian knows too.
Yeah. So does James. Everybody who lives in Tampa wants to stay in Tampa. Everybody who lives in Pinellas wants to stay in Pinellas.
That's right.
I get it. Yeah. But it's always, see, this is the thing. People think you guys came here good, like that. No, what happened is they came to work every day and they figured out what they want and they're going after it, or they figured out what they don't want and they're running away from it. Which one is it for you guys? So the association, showing up for work, is critical. Critical. And the mundane part, the doing the dials, activity is the answer to all the problems. Talent we can teach. I can't teach activity. You control activity. Don't let your activity spoil your life. So, all right, guys, let's wrap it up. It's a weekend. It's time to make some money. Time to put some jingle in the pocket. Alaska is still in reach for most of us. And I'll see you all next week at Breakthrough, okay?
See ya.
Later, guys. Bye.
Thank you.